Kaylee, take your phone out.
It's out.
Kaylee.
Let me give you the background and the update to this story, an update that just happened yesterday. This was in Gwinnett County. Gwinnett County, Georgia, there's a settlement that has been reached. The incident actually took place in 2017. The initial incident took place in 2017. The young man you saw who was brutally attacked by law enforcement, his name is Demetrius Hollins. Let's put up a picture of Mr. Hollins right after that attack. And he actually healed some before this picture, by the way. Demetrius Hollins was in the turn lane of Sugarloaf Parkway at Lawrenceville, Swanee Road when he was stopped by then Gwinnett police officer Michael Bongiovanni over a license plate issue. After Hollins exited the car with his hands up, the sergeant punched him in the face. Let's put up a picture of the two cops that brutally attacked this young black male. Robert McDonald is on the left. Is the cop who threw the kick, okay? And Michael Bongiovanni was the one who threw the punch. Both were eventually fired for the incident. I have more. In September, Hollins filed a lawsuit against the officers. The person who leads the lawsuit is a good friend of mine named Chris Stewart, the former police chief and the county. The case was terminated in December. Court records show, and last week, the Gwinnett County Commission approved paying a $400,000 settlement. Not enough money in my opinion, but it is what it is. They settled to that. The lawsuit accused Gwinnett police leaders of ignoring a pattern of excessive force and falsified police reports involving both of those cops. Once again, their records indicate future potential of abuse. If we had the George Floyd Policing and Accountability Act right now, guess what would have happened? We would have been able to see their profile. We would have been able to access their record. They can access yours, they can access mine. Why can't we access theirs? We actually pay them. It doesn't make much sense, does it? That we can't see theirs. It gets deeper. A grand jury indicted both of these officers. They did get indicted in the assault. Bongiovanni pleaded no contest in 2019 to aggravated assault and was sentenced to 6 months in jail for a work release program, followed by 5 months on house arrest, all right? McDonald was convicted by a jury and sentenced to 10 years probation with the first 11 months on house arrest. They really never got the full penalty for what they did. Now remember, here's my contention here, okay? Law enforcement should not be held to a lower standard of accountability. In other words, when a law enforcement officer does something like this, a judge should not say, well, you've been an upstanding citizen all your life, and because of that, we are going to go easy on you. No, it should be the exact opposite. You know why? Because it's the exact opposite for any other profession. If you are a medical doctor and you engage in gross negligence or criminal conduct, they hold you to a higher standard of responsibility. If you are a psychiatrist who engages in criminal conduct or extreme gross negligence, they hold you to a higher standard of responsibility. Only when you are the police do you get a break. Only. Ben, thoughts, man?
Well, I just want to make sure I heard the story clearly. Mr. Hollins, who was punched and kicked by the police, he was doing some huge crime, right? And also, I want to make sure I heard it correctly. The police officer, this was their first time they had any kind of issues, right, with their behavior, so nobody could have seen it coming. Am I right about both those things?
Yeah, not even close.
Oh, right. It was a license plate issue that
right.
We all have done. I'm probably committing bigger crimes right now. And I'm free to be on this television screen with you on our broadcast. And these officers had a pattern of abuse. I'm sorry, I know you need cops in there. When somebody has literally one incident of abuse, you give them the harshest penalty, the harshest warning, the harshest talking to. Maybe if they get a second chance, at best, a history of abuse. When these guys had a multitude of events, some very, very large number. This cannot stand. I don't understand how this is I mean, justice was served in that they were removed from their positions, thankfully. This is unfortunately a rare instance of justice being served, at least to a degree. Mr. Holland's got a settlement. This hopefully sends a message, but I wish, not cruel and unusual, but I wish sometimes the punishment for these crimes could be receiving exactly what you doled out. Kick that person, kick that former officer, and punch him in the head and see if that reverberates through the police departments a little bit better. No one's against good cops. We need good cops. People are against inhumane, disgusting pieces of garbage like this, and being able to stay at home as your punishment is not enough.
While I agree that the settlement was too low, and I said that earlier, just to note for the record, it's the largest settlement this county has ever paid out. So I want to make that note for the record.
For a non-lethal situation, which
non-lethal situation, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.